Hi everyone, I'm here with ACC Senior Services. My name is Carol Hafer and I am the Healthier Living Program Manager with Dignity Health. I'm also a yoga teacher of 17 years and I am forever a student. I love the practice of yoga and I'm really excited to spend some time with you on a chair yoga class today. So I have just a couple tips to help you with safety before we begin our class. When you look for a chair to do chair yoga, I would suggest finding a chair without wheels on it. Something really sturdy that isn't going to move around as you move around in your seat. You could certainly do this class even sitting on a couch or your favorite chair, but it's going to be a little more difficult to move if you kind of sink down into your soft, cushy chair. So if you have a chair like mine, I think you're going to find that the most beneficial for this class. Also, I really encourage you to just listen to your body as we move forward. So I always tell people, listen to your body before you listen to any trainer, any yoga teacher. That truly is your biggest teacher. So if you're working around any parts of your body that are sensitive, then join the club, right? We all have kind of parts of our body that maybe we have a recent injury or we have certain stretches that just don't feel right today. I welcome you to skip those or take some nice deep breaths or maybe even insert your favorite stretch during that time. So we're going to move for about half an hour. Toward the end of this class, I'm actually going to stay with you and talk to you for a few minutes about Dignity Health's Healthier Living virtual workshops. These are free workshops that are available to you, and I wanted to kind of explain to you really what they're all about and how this offering could be really beneficial to you and your family and your friends and your loved ones. So we'll talk about that toward the end of the class. Really what makes a chair yoga class different than a chair stretch class is the breathing that we do. When we unite the breath with our movement, that's what turns the movement into yoga. And I firmly believe that's why everybody feels so good after a yoga class. It's not just the stretches that they do, the poses that they do, but that slow, deep, intentional cleansing breath that you do throughout the practice that really just makes our bodies and our minds feel so good. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start with a little breathing exercise. So wherever you are in your chair, I want you to just sit up nice and tall with me. Maybe place your hands on your lap. You could bring your hands down onto your thighs, or you could turn your palms facing up. You can even relax your palms, clasp together, whatever feels good for you. But instead of leaning against the chair, we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we want length and integrity through the spine. So almost imagining like you have a little thread just lifting you up through the crown of your head so you feel your spine elongate. We're going to open up through the chest, so a little squeeze between the shoulder blades in the back, and then just kind of set your shoulder blades back and down away from your ears, so lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. So you can see we're setting ourselves up for lots of room to breathe, and we're going to use that space. So I want you to take your breath and see if you can direct it down into your low belly. Sometimes it feels good to just close your eyes, or maybe a soft gaze, something in front of you, maybe on the floor in front of you. But I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose. It's okay to breathe through your mouth if that's more comfortable, but take a nice big breath. Send your breath down into your low belly. And then start to exhale out through the nose, or through the mouth is okay too. But nice, full, complete breath out. And then we begin again. So we're going to make each breath a little bit longer than the last. So inhale, really fill up, think expansion in every direction. So filling up your low belly first, and then your rib cage, and then up into the chest. Maybe a little pause at the top of your breath, and then exhaling out through the chest, through the rib cage, and then through the belly. Let's try a couple more of that 3-part breath. Inhale down into the belly, the chest, or the ribs, and then the chest. And then take a little pause at the top. And then exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. And maybe a little pause at the bottom after you breathe out. Good, I want you to take just a couple deep breaths on your own, whatever the natural rhythm is of your breath today, but thinking of a long, deep, full cleansing breath down into the belly for sure. Good, and as we breathe, as we exhale, just kind of let the day go. Let your shoulders relax, let go of any tension through the jaw, through the temples, behind the eyes, under the brows. We carry a lot of tension up through the face. So we're going to just soften that out as we breathe. Take one more nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. I want you to release your arms down by your sides. We're going to inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Sometimes it feels good to take a look up. Just reach up, and then as you exhale, let your arms come down by your sides and soften your shoulders down. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, relaxing the arms back down. Good. Inhale, float your rib cage right up off of your hips. And then as you exhale, just let your shoulders come down away from the ears. Very good. We can leave our arms here by our sides. We can rest them on our thighs. We're going to just start to circle through the neck. So I want you to, nice and easy, just circle through the neck. And then remembering that as we start to move, we want to keep that breath flowing, right? So nice, deep, easy breath. So if you feel any sticky places along the way, instead of avoid them, sometimes it feels good to just softly settle in and take a breath right there wherever things are a little tight. But you know, right? You're the boss. So you decide what feels best for your neck. Maybe take it in the other direction. Nice circles, nice deep breath as we flow through. And just start to notice what's happening. Sometimes you hear that little snap, crackle, pop, right? Or sometimes you feel some of those tight muscles back there in your trapezius that are starting to get some good blood circulation, good blood flow. Some of those tight muscles, right? We're going to come back up with that long spine. I want you to just take a look over one shoulder. Deep breath in and out. Good. We're going to just take it over to the other shoulder. So sitting up nice and tall and just gazing past our shoulder. So we come into our stretch and then we come back to our breathing, right? Deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to make our way back into the center. I want you to take your chin and just lift it up. Look up to the sky, relaxing the shoulders down, just kind of opening up through the front of the throat. Nice deep breath in, and then as you exhale, bring your chin back down into your chest. Sometimes it feels good to take a hand, just like a gentle assist, and place just some soft weight on the back of our head, just so we can start to lengthen out through the back of our neck. You could even roll a little side to side, just to see what needs some stretching back there, right? And remembering that you're in control of your stretching, right? So just go as gentle as you want. It's kind of like Goldilocks, right? The fairy tale. So just enough, not too much, not too easy, right? Just enough so it feels just right in your stretches. Perfect. We're going to come on back to our seat. This is kind of like our home base, right? So I want you to bring your arm, let's do one arm up to the sky. Good. And then we're going to bring the other arm up to the sky. Perfect. And then take your fingertips, come on down and just touch your shoulders. And we're going to draw some circles with our elbows. So I like to do it this way, just to make sure I get that full rotation through the shoulder joint. So if you have a sticky shoulder, maybe just do one side and then kind of leave one side a little softer today, right? Up to you. We're just glad to have you with us, right? Maybe reverse your direction. You can circle it forward if that feels good. Good. Keep your breath flowing. That's what makes these movements so magical, right? When we breathe really deep and easy as we go. Nice big blood flow through that shoulder joint, through all those muscles. We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We're going to kind of let that go today. Good. If you want, you can release your arms and do nice big circles. Sometimes that feels good. Sometimes it feels better with those fingertips on the shoulders. So you decide, right? So nice big breath in and out. Perfect. Good. So I want you to just bring your hands in front of you and we're gonna roll our wrists. So maybe make a soft fist and just kind of roll out through our wrists. Should feel good. So just kind of ease back a little bit, right? If it's a little too much, just soft circles, maybe in the other direction. Nice circle. Sometimes it feels good to make a fist and open it up. Make a fist, open it up. Perfect. Good, and then maybe shake it out a little bit. If you ever feel some pent up energy, just kind of shake it out, right? So a nice little shake. Excellent. Good. We're going to come into more of a static stretch for our shoulders. We did some more dynamic stretching, right? So we're going to take our arm, bring it across our body, just like a yoga pose. We're going to hold it still, right? So really important that you set this up so it feels good for your body. So we want to still sit up nice and tall, that long spine with integrity, drop your shoulders. For some people, just coming across the body, a gentle stretch, that feels really good. Some of you might be pretty bendy and you're going to come all the way over here. Both are correct. Both are perfect. Take one more deep breath and exhale. So good. Let's do the other side. So we're going to bring that arm across. Doesn't matter which arm, just do the other arm. Good. Right across your body. Remembering that we can do a gentle stretch where we can come in a little bit deeper, nice and tall, and then softening the shoulders down away from the ears. Good. And we breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. It's okay to close your eyes if that feels right for you today. Deep breath. And exhale. Nice. We're going to take that first arm, we're going to reach it up to the sky and just lengthen up through the side body. And I want you to take a gentle lateral bend over to the side. So we inhale to find length and then we exhale to soften to the side. And then again, we just set it up where we soften those shoulders down away from the ears. Sometimes it feels good to hold on to your chair, hold on to your leg, or maybe take a wider stance so you have really good stability here as you softly lean over. It's always nice to look up or maybe look down. Give your eyes a place to focus. In yoga, we call that our drishti. So we find a focal point and then we just come back into our breath, into our body. Gives us focus, kind of helps us to let everything else go and just take this time really focusing on our own bodies. Good, relax it out. And let's take it to the other side. So lift it up, reach it up nice and high, and then take it over to the other side. So maybe holding onto your chair for stability, feet out wide if that feels good. Maybe gaze up to the sky. Or take it down low. It depends on how your neck feels, right? Where you want to bring your eye gaze, where you want your drishti. So soften the shoulders. Nice, deep, easy breath. Big exhale. So good. One more. And exhale it out. Very nice. We're going to start to release it out. Let's do a little bit of a tricep stretch. So we're going to reach it up. This time I want you to take your hand and reach it behind you. So almost like you're reaching to the back of your shoulder blades, right? So I'm going to see if I can catch that elbow and just give it a little assist. If we're not quite that bendy, we could just kind of make that general direction with our arm, right? Maybe just reaching back to the back of our neck, right? If you can reach, give it a little help there. Sit up nice and tall, take a breath. Exhale. Good, we're gonna release that out, maybe a quick little shake. Let's do the other side. Up and over we go. Good, nice stretch. So you can stay here, or if it's too much, just come with me here, right? Maybe reaching to the back of your neck. Big exhale. So we want to take our time on the exhalation, right? I always want to cue the breaths because sometimes we forget about it when we start to get moving. So really smooth, empty out, just breathe out, breathe out. Perfect. Good. We're going to start to release that out. I'm going to do one of my favorites. We're going to rotate through the spine. And just like with all of our chair yoga stretches, you can go as gently or a little bit deeper if you prefer. So I'm going to start out nice and easy, nice and gentle. So I'm going to just bring my hand across my body to the opposite knee, and I'm going to start to look in that direction. So if I want, maybe I can sit up nice and tall and even start to look over my shoulder. If you want a little bit more, you know who you are, right? You can take this back hand and grab onto the chair and just kind of start to look behind you. And then I just want you to breathe. So set it up so it's just right, like Goldilocks, just right. And you just breathe here. It should feel really good. It should be a place where you don't want to come out of it, right? Because it feels like a really wonderful stretch. Nice deep breath in and out. Good. We're going to slowly just start to ease out of it. So in yoga, we always gently come into a posture and then we very gently come out of it. So never snapping out of any pose, right? So just very mindfully moving through our body. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to bring my hand over to the opposite knee. I'm going to sit up nice and tall and then just take a look over to the side, maybe right back behind me. This is one of those functional fitness yoga poses. I feel like I tap into this when I'm driving in my car and I need to change lanes, right? We don't want to lose our mobility, our flexibility, right? We actually use it in everyday life, and this is a wonderful stretch. So just kind of help us feel, limber and healthy through our spine. Take another deep, full breath in and exhale. Good. So good. So I'm going to slowly, nice and easy, nice and mindfully come back out of it, right? So I'm going to take a forward bend, and I'm actually going to change my chair position just a little so I can show you the full side-on view. But you're good to stay where you are. So I'm here, right? I'm going to take a breath in, and maybe just to set myself up first, I might reach back if it feels okay and just kind of grab onto my chair. It's okay if I can't reach the chair. I just want to open up. I really want to open up my heart center. Take a breath in and out. Good. This is going to help me on my next stretch where I'm just going to fold forward, right? So I'm going to come forward. This time I'm going to let my chin come down. At first I was looking up. Now I'm going to start to bring that chin down to my chest, right? Yeah, if it feels okay, maybe I start to fall forward over my legs. Some people feel really good releasing their arms and just kind of letting their head hang. Right? If that's too much, maybe you're somewhere in the middle. But I want you to think about folding your firm belly right over the top of your thighs and let the back of your neck get nice and long, right? And then we just breathe. Some of you are probably folding in half, and then some of us are maybe just taking a soft, gentle fold. It feels really nice to close your eyes here. Just kind of bring your focus and your attention into your breathing, into your body, into all those muscles in the back of your body, kind of softening and releasing tension. Good. We're gonna slowly, nice and easy, with control, come on up back into our seat. So I'm in a good position where I can show you a really great leg stretch. We always think about different parts and pieces to our bodies, but really everything is connected. And sometimes when we have tightness in the back of our legs, it can pull on the back of our low back and cause discomfort. So every stretch you do is going to help different parts of your body as well. So I'm going to take my right toe and lift it up so it's pointing up. So my heel is relaxing down onto the ground. And I'm going to sit up nice and tall, kind of like how we set up that forward fold. Inhale and then exhale, and I just want to start to come forward, similar to our forward fold, but now I can feel all those muscles in the back of my leg, right? So that's our hamstring back there in the back of your upper thigh. So we want to have nice limber hamstrings to help release any discomfort in the low back. So this is a good one. We're multitasking here. So soften your head. Sometimes it feels good to reach toward your toe. Sometimes that's a little too much, right? You do you. See what feels good for you today. Deep breath in and out. Good. So helping out our calves too a little bit, right? Starting to lengthen out those too. I feel like that's the most common muscle at 2 a.m. that wakes you up with a cramp in your leg, right? So we want to stretch those muscles out, give them some really nice chair yoga stretches, right? We're going to come on up and let's just switch legs. So very mindfully, we come up. We're going to place my heel down, my toe is up, take a deep breath. Exhale, and then come on down. Fold over that extended leg. Maybe the chin comes down to the chest. Make it your own. So it seems like there's a lot of stillness when we work with yoga, but actually you're always kind of melting into your postures, breathing into your postures. So if you feel yourself kind of releasing and letting go into your stretches, it's kind of exciting, right? It means your muscles are responding to what you're doing. They're actually reacting to that nice, deep, calming breath. It's kind of helping them to release, right? Nice, big, full breath. Let's take one more. Big exhale. Good. We're going to slowly just release that out. I'm going to come up out of my chair for just a couple stretches. If you feel more comfortable staying in your chair, then I invite you to just hang out and hang out with us, take a couple deep breaths, and we'll be right back in our chair. But I want to show you a couple more that are really beneficial. So here's one that we can do if we come behind our chair, knowing that it's a nice sturdy chair that isn't going to go anywhere, right? Now you could do this with the back of a couch or a table that's nice and sturdy. So I'm going to bring my hands onto that sturdy surface. I'm going to walk back just a little and I want to fold. I'm going to hinge from my hips, right? Already feels nice. So I'm just going to kind of fold over and I'm going to let my hands rest on this object that is really stable and is not moving, right? And I'm just going to let my head kind of fall right between my arms and look down to the ground. So once you get there, think about where your tailbone is positioned and kind of lift your tailbone up just a little. And think about where you feel this stretch. It should be from the back of your hip to your heel and all the way back up again, right? So helping out our legs, but also helping out our back. This is one of those stretches where I could just stay here. Feels really nice on the back. So take another big breath in. Exhale. Good, I felt a little something crack there. So if you did, you're not alone, but actually it was a good stretch for me. I hope it was you too. So let's slowly come on up. Good, we're gonna shake it out. Because it always feels good to kind of shake it out in between our stretches. I want to show you another one, a good standing stretch. So this is a really nice one to do with a very sturdy, heavy chair or the back of your couch, even a wall, right? So you could bring your hands up against a wall. So I'm just going to come into a nice lunge in yoga. We often do this, we call it like a crescent lunge, right? So we're gonna do sort of a version with that with our chair today. So I'm gonna come into a nice lunge, and I'm gonna really think about my back heel. And I'm gonna direct some pressure down through my back heel, right? And I come into a lunge that's just right, and think about where you feel this stretch. We're really targeting the back of your calf muscle, right? So the back one back here, that lower leg, good. So I just want you to find the perfect stretch. Maybe close your eyes and just breathe. Deep breath in and out. Good, that's a good one. So adjust it, right? If it's a little too much, you could shorten your stance for sure, right? Let's see if we can try the other side. So we're gonna come into our lunge and we're gonna press back into that back heel. And then just a note, as we stay, as we breathe and we relax and melt into our lunge here, sometimes you'll notice that you have one side a little tighter than the other, and that is perfectly normal. So oftentimes we have one side that's a little stronger and then the other side of our body is a little more flexible. So if that's you, welcome to the club. That's totally normal. So sometimes when we stretch on our own, if we take time to do these kind of stretches on our own, we can actually give ourselves a little more time, a couple extra deep breaths on that tighter side. Let's take one more deep breath. And exhale. So good. Let's come on up. So just one more kind of fun activity with our chair. We're gonna try tree pose. So lots of different ways to do tree pose. I want you to hold on to something nice and sturdy. You could even have two chairs, right? You could have your hands on two things, or maybe against a wall, kind of leaning on a wall. So hold on to something, or just watch today. But I'm gonna see if I can stand really strong on one leg and then just pick up my heel. So my heel comes right into my leg. I'm gonna hold on to something nice and sturdy. So think about what part of your body you're working here. It seems like when we do tree pose, it's our legs that are doing all the work, but actually it has everything to do with your core, the center of your body. It's really hard to hold this position if we feel kind of loosey-goosey in the center of our body. So I want you to just think about zipping up like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants, right? Kind of engage this part of your body. Keep your chest open. Hold on to that chair. Some of you might want to do something else with your hands. That's perfectly fine. Good. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Whenever we do balance postures, it's really important to find that focal point. It's really going to help you out as you move. It kind of helps us to zone into what part of our body is actually working, right? So let's release that out. Maybe hold on to something, give it a little shake. Our favorite thing to do in between poses, right? And then maybe move your chair over however you want so you can hold on to something. We're gonna do the other side. So really heavy on one leg, light on the other leg. And we're here, we're already in tree. So think about your belly button and we're gonna pull it back toward our spine. Find your focal point, something straight ahead. It really helps to look at something that's not moving. Even if you're looking at the screen, even if you're looking at me, I'm kind of moving, right? Even big, tall trees kind of sway in the wind, right? So I invite you to find something straight ahead or maybe close by on the floor and make that your drishti, make that your focal point and see where you'd like to be for your tree. Right? And almost imagine like you're growing roots beneath you, just like a big tall tree, nice and strong, firm through your center, so unwavering. It's okay to feel kind of playful when it comes to balance postures in yoga. Sometimes we have to step out and then we come back in and reset, right? Maybe try with a smile on your face, right? But know that when we work balance, which is my favorite thing to do, it actually is a form of fall prevention. right? We're a lot more sturdy on our feet when we have good balance. We just move more confidently and with strength in everything that we do. Take another deep breath and exhale. So good. Good. Thank you for that. We're going to come back into our chairs. So come on down into your chair. We'll finish out with some of my favorite stretches. I'm going to switch over here. So this one's one of my favorites. I want you to take a leg, cross it over your ankle. Now you might want to just stay here, or if you're pretty bendy, this is something for everybody, I could take that leg and bring that ankle up over my knee, all right? So we have options. Remember the first one, just crisscrossing at our ankles, right? So wherever you are, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, I want you to come forward just a little, just till you feel that it's just right. You'll know when you're there, right? You don't have to wait for me to tell you, because your body will go, that's it. That's the perfect stretch, right? So just kind of relax into it. I love this stretch. You know, it's funny, over the years, I would have people in my classes and they'd say, oh, wow, that stretch was so wonderful. I could just feel my body releasing and my joints kind of getting, lubricated and healthy. It felt great. And then they go home and come back to that same class a week later, and they didn't do the stretch, but they go back to the same class and they say, oh gosh, I really hope the teacher does that stretch again. And they may or they may not, right? So my biggest hope for you, my biggest wish for you is that any of these stretches that were really good for you today, that you take time to do them on your own. Maybe each day you do a couple of your very favorite stretches. This one is mine. Good, slowly come on up. Let's release that out nice and easy. We're gonna do the other side. So crisscross at the ankles or up onto the knee, up to you. You're the boss, right? Place your hands where it feels good and then just start to ease forward. For some of us, coming forward is very small, right? Maybe just be a little chin tuck and we're there. Some of you might be able to fold over your leg quite a bit, right? But as we said in the beginning of class, when we listen to our body, we listen to our body's cues, we do that also when we get into a really fantastic stretch, right? So when you notice those really great stretches where your body's really releasing, I hope you do them even when you're not in class, right? Maybe in between watching a show or knitting or any kind of favorite hobby that you have, even if you like to be on your computer sometimes, just to push away and do some of these great stretches. Even give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or, kind of a fun thing I'll do is I count breaths. So like 3 deep breaths. I'll try to hit my favorite stretches. Just take 3 nice deep breaths and you can feel your body respond, right? The more we practice it, it truly is a practice, the better we get at it. And our mind and our body kind of sinks and settles into the postures with a little more grace and ease, kind of flow in and out of them a little bit better the more we do them, right? Take 1 more nice deep breath. So really releasing through the hips and the glutes. Good. We're gonna slowly come on up. Let's gently help that leg all the way back down. God, I want you to take a couple deep breaths with me. Inhale, sweep it up, take a look up. And then exhale, just come down through the midline. Maybe bring your hands to heart center if that feels good. We're gonna do a couple more. Inhale, sweep it up. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale. Hands to the heart center. Good, 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. In yoga, we say, the light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. As promised, I have a few more goodies, a little more information to share now that we're feeling all stretchy and happy. But I am the Healthier Living Program Manager for Dignity Health. And Dignity Health is a nonprofit organization, and we offer community benefit programs. So we offer up really wonderful services at no charge to everyone in the community, and that includes you. So I wanted to let you know about our Healthier Living workshops. They are virtual. We used to do them in person. Maybe one day we will again. But for now, we offer them virtually. So in the safety of your own home, you can attend these workshops. They are free. You don't need any insurance, anything to attend. Anyone living in Sacramento County, Yolo County, and Nevada County is welcome to come. So that includes your friends and your family members if they'd like to come. We have two main workshops that we do. One of them is called Healthier Living with Chronic Conditions. So that is a 7-week workshop, and we meet a couple hours each week. We usually have a schedule, and we'll meet via Zoom each week, and we'll talk about all aspects of living with a chronic condition, which really kind of encompasses so much of our population. So anything like arthritis, fibromyalgia, cancer, chronic pain, complications from stroke, depression, any mental health struggles. I could go on, and then it's kind of like all of us, right? we're in there somewhere, right? Or if you have a loved one who is living with a chronic condition, you're also welcome to attend. And so we talk about different topics each week. We'll talk about physical fitness and relaxation techniques. We'll talk about nutrition and how that plays a role in living a happier and healthier life, not just with chronic conditions, but really for everyone, right? We'll talk about medication management and having good communication with our healthcare providers and with our loved ones. We also do, which is one of my favorite things, we'll do action planning. So we don't just kind of dump information on you, but we do something with it. So each week we set a goal for ourselves. We kind of support ourselves as a team each week with new goals. So it's a very comfortable environment to gain education and support at a time when some of us are feeling a little isolated, or maybe a lot isolated, especially living with these conditions, and certainly in these times. So that's a big workshop that we do, Healthier Living with Chronic Conditions. We do another workshop, very similar, but specific to living with diabetes. So that's another really popular workshop that we do. In the second quarter of this year, we're looking to offer a workshop for ACC. So we hope that we see you there. All you need to do to register is to email me. It's my name, carol.hafer@commonspirit.org. And that's it. It's very simple and easy to register. You could also send me an email if you have any questions about what it's like to participate and what you need to do. If for any reason a class fills, we will put you in another one. So this is ongoing all throughout the year. We're going to have these workshops going, and we're just excited to help you out. We also do some fall prevention classes. So those are kind of coming on the schedule. We're going to evolve and change and add to the wonderful programs that we offer. The best thing to do is to email me so that you will stay in the know. So whenever we offer something new and different, we will send an email to you and let you know and ask you, just invite you if you want to come join us. So we don't share your email with anyone. It's literally just me. And I'll send maybe an email update a couple times a year to let you know if we have a class coming up. And you could certainly email me anytime you want with questions. But I thank you for taking some time for self-care today. It is not a selfish act. It's so important for your health and your well-being. We're just better in every way. We're just better versions of ourselves when we take good care of ourselves. So I hope I see you in our Healthier Living workshops, and I'll be thinking of you when this class is over and wishing you all well. Thank you so much.